Welcome back to Module 2 of our self-paced training course. In this module, you will learn tips and tricks for organizing your Canvas course in a way that is easy for your students to navigate, so they don't get lost as they're working through your material. The backbone of this navigation and organization is a module. Inside Canvas, a module is really just a fancy term for grouping, and in your Canvas course, you can create different modules that allow you to group related items together. And when I say related items, that could include pages, assignments, quizzes, videos, anything that's related to this topic. You can group together within a module, and then inside of that module, you can customize the order that those items appear in, and that helps you to lead your students through a unit of study or a topic sequentially. So for example, you can see here in this course there are several different modules. Those are units of study, and that's the way that this particular course is organized. It's just by unit of study. So students would work through Unit 1. Unit 1 is all grouped here, and the items are laid out there in sequential order. Of course, those items can have due dates as well to help them see when they are supposed to interact with those items. And then you can unpublish this to hide that entire grouping from students when they are done and publish the next one. So you have an ability to group and organize and hide or show depending on what you need. Of course, your modules don't have to represent units of study. Here's another example where a module is a grouping that is based on a timeline. So these are the items that students would need during this particular week or month. And of course, everything can have due dates as well to help students navigate. Even though it's a very simple concept, a module is just a grouping of items. This helps the student experience your content in the order that you want them to see it. So things are organized, the students can see visually, almost like a checklist, what they need to do first, what they need to do next, and you can use that publishing and unpublishing to hide items from students when they no longer need them or when they don't need them yet. So again, here's a quick summary of why modules are important, just groupings that can represent different concepts or units, and this gives you control over how your students interact with your material, which is very helpful. Another tip that you'll learn in this module is how to customize the navigation of your course even further. So you'll notice when you first create a course, by default, there are a lot of options in the sidebar: home, announcements, assignments, etc., etc., etc. I find that sometimes that gives students too many options and too many ways to get lost or too many ways to interact with your content. Your modules is really where you have control over the layout. So I like to force my students to go to modules. They can't get lost, they can't go anywhere else, they go to modules, and that's where they experience the content in the way that I have laid it out. Now by default, there are too many options, so this module, as you progress through, there will be some videos that show you how to streamline this sidebar and hide things from students. Now that seems a little mean, but here you'll notice that I've done all this work here on my modules to streamline this and kind of customize what students will see as far as my assignments and everything. But over here on the left, if we leave this link for assignments visible to students, when they click this, I feel like this is like letting a student dig around in my filing cabinet, because this will show a very unstructured list of all the assignments that I've ever made for this course. Here it is, just a huge pile of assignments that are not in the order that I want, that are not grouped the way I want them to be. So I prefer not to allow students to see this view. So I tend to hide that entire link from students, and you will learn how to do that as well in this module. So again, as you progress through this module, you will have several very short bite-sized videos. They are not narrated, so you don't have to listen to me talk, but it's a very visual experience that will show you where to click and what to do to learn these topics. First of all, you'll learn how modules are used to organize your content. You will learn how to create those modules inside of your course. You will learn how to publish or unpublish your modules to show and hide items for students. And finally, you'll learn how to customize that sidebar so students don't have too many options and they don't get lost within your course. So this is very useful content for you. I hope you enjoy Module 2, and I hope you enjoy the videos as you learn.